And so I put these criteria together. This actually comes from an incredible book called The Sales Acceleration Formula by Mark Roberge. He was the chief revenue officer of HubSpot for a long time. And so I stole this from him, and then you can kind of tweak it to yourself. So it's basically putting a criteria together, and then you measure the person that's in the interview on these particular pieces, and then you've already predetermined how much weighting they have on the hiring process, so that you can take the hunches out of it and plug it into this rubric and make sure that you're hiring the right people. So an example is, I've got coachability, curiosity, and intelligence as the highest weighted attributes that I'm looking for when I'm doing this interview. And so everybody gets a score out of 1 to 10 here, but they're weighted at a higher amount at the top. And these ones are not as important, but they still factor into the hiring process. So I just wanted to show you that example because these are some of the things that we're thinking about. Number one, when you're hiring into a sales role, you want somebody to be adaptable to change. You want somebody to be coachable, because a sales manager is going to be interviewing you and hiring you. And what is a sales manager's job? Anybody know what a sales manager's job is? Number one job. What should they spend their time on? I've got 10 sales reps on my team. I'm a sales manager. That's my number one job. Yeah. Coach. To coach, to make them better, to literally spend all my time making these 10 people as best as they possibly can be. So I'm like, if I'm a great manager, I'm gonna spend all my time coaching these people and making these people better. So who do I want these 10 people to be? Coachable people. I don't want somebody that's gonna nah, don't tell me that stuff. I already know that. So coachability is really, really big. Curiosity, when you go to an interview and someone says, great, do you have any questions for me? Do not say no. That is terrible. I'm like, wait, what? You have no questions? Really? So curiosity, so this is where you can prove your intelligence by the questions that you're asking. Be over-prepared with questions. Be prepared, if you have a 30-minute interview, be prepared with 30 minutes worth of questions. You're not gonna get to all those, but maybe, what I do sometimes is 15 minutes into the interview, I'll just turn it around on them to see where they're at and what questions they can ask. Do you have any questions for me? And then we'll see how far they can go with it. Because if you're really interested in the role and curious about it, you're gonna have a ton of questions about what's happening and what are reps doing and what does it look like, what is the environment, how do I become successful, how do I ensure that I hit quota in my first month? Ooh, that's a great question. Does that one make sense? Curiosity. Intelligence, so intelligence is a tough one to ask a question about. Hey, how smart are you? But by the questions that you're answering and the way that you're answering will help us with that. Prior success, make sure you've stacked up stuff that's relevant to the role when you're in college. Like think of the extracurriculars, sales minor, this is a good one. What was the other club? What was the club, Daniel?
Salesforce student leaders or something?
Salesforce club, that's another good thing. So prior success, show that, especially once you start getting some experience, and then you continue to interview after that. Passion for advancement. Competitiveness, I don't want a culture of salespeople that